On this week's edition of Wildcat Weekly, Hispanic Heritage Month, Girls Women Dive, and All Hallows Eve. All this and more coming up next. Welcome to this week's edition of Wildcat Weekly. I'm your host, Salima Scott. As this week comes to an end, so does Hispanic Heritage Month. Dylan gives you a reminder on what this month is all about.
From September 15th to October 15th, America honors the Hispanic community by commemorating Hispanic Heritage Month. This month celebrates the history, culture, and contributions that the Hispanic community has impacted in our country.
So I'm originally from Costa Rica, and Costa Rica is a small country in Central America right next to Panama. And a lot of people confuse Costa Rica with Puerto Rico, but it's completely different. I came here in the year 2000 because I needed to learn English. I was in college there, and I was really struggling to learn English. I'm a good example that if you want it, you can do it. You just have to have the drive.
I have Mexican roots, Mexican and indigenous roots, so as far as the Hispanic part is concerned, it would tie back to Mexico and Spain if you go far enough back. And I think it's really important to celebrate and acknowledge the contributions that Hispanic or Latino people have made to our country. We're a very diverse group, and each group brings something special to what we now know as the United States.
Within the Hispanic community, there are a vast amount of different cultures and traditions that they celebrate during this month or the holidays.
I am Colombian. Traditions that me and my family usually celebrate during Christmas time is something called Buena Noche, which is on December 24th, where we gather small candles or paper lanterns around the window and we light them up as a way, like a pathway in Colombia for like Jesus or like the Niño Dios, the Son of God, what it translates, to like come and walk through, like have a path.
Happy Hispanic Heritage Month, everyone. And for Wildcat Weekly, I'm Dylan Sedgwick.
The Girls Women Dive team has a spirited approach to take back the DVC title. Alyssa dives into the details.
The stakes are higher than ever for the Girls Swim and Dive team as they train to reclaim the title of DVC champs. They are not only swimming hard at practice, but are also focusing on the crucial moments outside of the pool. The team prioritizes creating relationships through numerous activities, where the girls are able to have fun, work together, and blow off some steam.
Because it's a grind during the season, I think it's really important to have that team chemistry in order to get through the practices, because it definitely gets really rough during like the middle of the season, and it's important to know that your teammates are there with you.
Team bonding is not only key for the girls to get to know each other, but is also a big component of winning meets and crushing the competition.
When you have someone cheering for you on the sides or at the end of your lane, I think that gives some, particularly when you're getting tired in your race, that gives them that little bit extra that they need to finish hard. And really that energy that they bring onto the deck translates into fast times.
Come check out the girls' spirit as they take on DVC here at Neuqua next Friday and Saturday. And for Wildcat Weekly, I'm Alyssa Mulligan.
The music scene at Neuqua is full of talented students, and this group is no exception. Drew gives you the lowdown on some Wildcats you should know.
Music plays a big part in many students' academic experiences here at Neuqua, and these 4 students have taken their passion for music outside the classroom. Mark Hagland, Grant Stradling, Maddox Williams, and Samantha Wayand make up the band Bathtub Camping, a project officially launched May 17th with the release of their song Coca-Cola Red.
So we wrote it in, I don't know, like a couple sessions over a couple days, and then probably like a couple weeks later, we just spent like a Saturday recording it, kind of put everything together and like did a little mix and then released it.
Over the summer, they released a second single called First.
I wrote that song when I was 14. Decided like after looking back on it, it wasn't that bad, and then I recorded it, and then that took like 2 weeks, yeah.
As they developed their style, the band added 2 new members.
It was like a couple weeks ago, and Mark just reached out. He was like, "Hey, you should play bass." And I was like, "I can do drums better."
Actually, one of my friends sent me a post that Mark was looking for a bass player, and I was like, I can play bass a little bit, so I took it up.
Songs are available to stream on Spotify and Apple Music. Bathtub Camping will be releasing a new batch of songs this weekend, which will make their live debut at a fall show on October 29th. And for Wildcat Weekly, I'm Drew Aurelio.
With fall coming up and fun fall activities to come along with, Faith gives you the details about a tradition that takes place every year in Naperville.
With fall coming up and loads of fun activities to do, there's a yearly tradition held every October in Naperville, All Hallows Eve. This fun fall event is held October 14th through October 15th, 6:30 p.m. through 10 p.m. Tickets are only $20.
So at All Hallows Eve, guests can experience 13 acres of Halloween-themed activities and performances designed for families with kids 16 and under. There'll be so much to do, from a zombie maze to dark art gallery to face painting. So it's a really fun, family-friendly event.
Naper Settlement is located on the corner of Webster Street. Go to www.napersettlement.org to find out more details about the spooky yearly tradition and fun activities held at All Hallows Eve. Be at All Hallows Eve October 14th through October 15th. Be there and make sure you're in the spooky spirit. For Wildcat Weekly, I'm Faith Romanazzi.
Thanks for watching this week's edition of Wildcat Weekly. Have a great weekend, Wildcats!